Good morning. Welcome to day one. Kind of like The Walking Dead, if you will, right? Day one. Got my morning coffee going, my morning brew here. I don't do this every day. Today I felt like I needed a little pick-me-up. When you need to activate and focus, a little coffee will go a long way. So guys, we got today the classic CrossFit benchmark, Annie. But going into that, we have a long period of doing some stretching, doing some scales, some L-sits, some planks, things like that. So I just want to make sure you guys know what everything means on our home workout today. We have jumping jacks in the warm-up, we have inchworms, we have RDLs, and we have quad stretches. On our jumping jacks, of course, something I like to make sure we do is we touch our hands behind our back. That's going to allow us to have some shoulder stretch, and then we touch up top as well. So those are your jumping jacks. Inchworm with push-up, most everyone's familiar with. What I advise is really fight to keep your legs as straight as possible. So when I'm walking out, I'm going to keep those legs straight. I'm going to give my push-up. If you have to go to your knees, that's fine. Drive yourself up. Tippy-toe those feet in real small, keeping your legs straight. Now, the RDL, the hamstring stretch. This one is going to be a basic RDL. Single leg, so we're going to sit back and touch. At that point, I want you to drop that back leg, bring that toe up, grab that toe, and stretch out that hamstring, the back of your leg, for a good 3 count. You're going to do that 8 total, 4 times per leg. And then last but not least, you're going to do a quad stretch. I like to grab with the opposite hand. I'm going to hold and try to drive this hip forward. I'm not going to put a lot of torque on my knee, but I'm going to drive that hip forward. If you need to hold on to something, that's fine. Grab whatever you have, hold on to that, get a good stretch. Those are the 4 basic warm-up movements today. Now, in our slips position, it's 20 minutes of slips. If you do 10 to 15 minutes, you're not going to be losing anything if you shorten that. If you want to get that extra work in, that's great, do it. The front scale, the back scale, again, this is a basic balance gymnastic movement. We're going to be in this nice L position, toe up, and we're going to rotate ourselves back into this T position. And then we're going to come back. You're going to do that both sides for a minute. Usually, I can get 2 per side in until that minute's done. After that, we're going into an L-sit or a pike up. A lot of people don't have the ability to do L-sits. You might not have boxes or parallettes, anything like that. So the alternative today is going to be a pike up. This is where we're going to be sitting on our bum, toes up, chest tall, hands anywhere you need to be able to lift those feet up. We're going to do this for a minute. The further you reach forward, the harder that's going to be. If that's very difficult for you, lean back a little bit, and you'll be able to get a little more range of motion. That's your pike up today. From there we have handstand holds, handstand push-ups, obviously. If you're not familiar with handstand holds, you're kicking up into a wall, kicking up against something where you might be able to do a static hold straight up and down. That's fantastic. If you can't do that, modification for that is going to be a pike up hold or a stink bug hold. Stink bug hold is like this. Wide stance, hips in the air, hands out in front of me. If you want to make this more difficult, all I'm simply going to do is raise up one leg. I'm going to hold this for 30 seconds. The more you can get your feet up, the better. If you have a wall, go ahead and try to put your feet on a wall. And hold. All kinds of alternatives today for you guys to be able to get this work done. Finally, we have a side plank that we're all familiar with. You could be here. You can be here, you can be starfish. You're going to alternate back and forth, I say 10 seconds at a time. That's going to get you through the slips. You have 1 minute per those movements, then you get the rest of a minute, stretch, maybe some tall standing stretching, some big nose breathing. As you go down, you get those hamstrings stretched out some more before the workout. The workout today is very basic. It's jump roping, or double taps and sit-ups. Double unders and then sit-ups. It's called Annie. It's 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 of sit-ups, jump ropes, double unders, and sit-ups. If you don't have a jump rope, if you can't do double unders, we're going to do the standard double tap today. That's where we're going to tap our thighs twice while we're in the air. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Notice my body stays engaged, my core is engaged, my bum is engaged, my legs are engaged. I'm rebounding through my heels and my ankles. If you get loosey-goosey through your core, through your mid-back, through your leg, you're going to collapse. You're not going to be able to rebound quickly back into that next jump. Then we have sit-ups. If you don't have an ab mat sit-up, or an ab mat to do a sit-up with, we have some variations today. One of my favorites is a straight leg sit-up. I'm going to come all the way back, keep my legs straight, touch the floor, come all the way up, touch my toes. Straight leg sit-up. I love these. I think they're really good alternative. Another one is going to be a froggy style sit-up. You put your feet facing each other here. Again, sit back, sit up, touch the front of your toes. This allows you to take out some of that hip flexor, keeps those abdominals working. Finally, we have a body row, another one of my favorites. This is a full body sit-up. I'm straight leg, I'm touching the ground behind me. I'm going to sit up, bring my feet in, plant my feet, touch my ankles. All right, if you want a little extra, plant your feet, touch your toes. It is crucial though that on this, you plant your feet. If you come up to here, you're missing a piece of range of motion in your abdominal core that you're not going to be able to get. So make sure you plant those heels by your butt as best you can. Touch your ankles, touch your toes. Keep moving. I love the body row. Great movement. Last but not least, we have a half taco. This would be the last thing I would do. This would be more something to do on the side if you want to do just a little extra single leg oblique work. Individual legs at a time. It's going to hit a little bit different muscle, doing different legs at a time. Those are the alternatives for today. Workout itself should not take too long. Make sure you control your breathing on both the jump rope and the sit-up. Breathe out and breathe in. If you have to break up those double unders, that's fine. Break them up and try to stay smooth. Fast is not always the key in double unders if you have a jump rope. If you're just learning double unders, now's a great time to practice. Maybe you do a single, double, single, double. You're going to get a good workout either way, so do 50 of those, then 40 of those, 30, 20, and 10 until you're done. I look forward to seeing you guys post some workouts on Instagram, Facebook Live, Facebook, anything like that. Go ahead and tag Vertical Doug 1 and Vertical Limit Fitness so we can check it out and we can celebrate you guys. Good luck.